Nate the Great in the Stolen Base by Marjorie Windman Sharmat, illustrated by Mark Simmons. I am Nate the Great. Nate the Great, am a detective. Sometimes I'm a baseball player. This morning I was a detective and a baseball player. My dog Sludge and I went to the field. I had to practice batting and running and fielding. I belong to a team. Rosamond's Rangers. Rosamond, Annie, Harry, Oliver, Esmeralda, Cloud, Fanny, and Pep belong too. They were at the field. Rosamond's 4 cats were there too. They were all the team's mascots. Annie's dog, Fang, was there. Fang was not on the team. He was not a mascot. Fang should have stayed home. Rosamond came up to me. "We can't practice today," she said. "Somebody stole second base." "We can get another second base," I said. I bent down and picked up a stone. "A stone for second base," Rosamond said. "Not while I'm coach. Everybody uses stones. Rosamond's Rangers do not." Rosamond is a strange coach. That was no surprise. Rosamond was a strange person. She said, "When we play baseball, I bring the first base, Oliver brings second base, and Annie brings third base." Rosamond held up a large tuna fish can. "Here's today's first base. Nobody stole it." Annie held up a large dog bone. "Here's today's third base," she said. Nobody ate it. Fang and Sludge sniffed it. Oliver said, "I'm going to bring the same base I brought yesterday, but somebody stole it. It was the best. I, Nate the Great, did not think Oliver's second base was best." It was an octopus made of gloopy purple plastic. Oliver collected eels. He was saving up for a real octopus. "We need a detective to find my second base. Make another octopus," I said. Oliver was mad. "Do you think it is easy to make those long, curly arms?" he said. "But besides, That was my good luck octopus. Very well, I Nate the Great will take the case. I knew what Oliver's octopus looked like. It had 8 long curling arms. It looked oozy and slimy. Where did you keep your octopus? I asked. In my bookcase, Oliver said. But when I went to get it this morning, it wasn't there. You must go to your house, I said. I wrote a note to my mother. Dear Mother, I am on a case. Looking for a base on a roof course. I'll be back soon. Love, Nate the Great. I left the note at my house. Then Sludge, Oliver, and I went to Oliver's house. He lived next door. He took us to his room. I saw his bookcase was filled with books. So far, so good, but was squeezed in a corner between the wall and a huge tank of eels. And the top of it was a mess. It was covered with baseball things, cards and mitts, balls and bats. I've got so much stuff on my bookcase that some of it falls to the floor, Oliver said. But I'll pick it right up. This is a real mess, I said. Your octopus must be hidden under something on top of your bookcase. I, Nate the Great, moved things, peeled things, and sorted things. Sludge sniffed. I have just found something important, I said. What? Oliver asked. A telephone. It was hidden under 2 baseball mitts. The cord is still hidden. The cord goes down the back of the bookcase and plugs into the wall, Oliver said. It's boring, but the telephone is nice. I like to call people. I know it, I said. Oliver is a pest. He followed people. He called people. At last, I said, I do not see the octopus in your bookcase. So you can find it either, Oliver said. Is only one place to look, I said, and another. I looked in Oliver's eel tank. The octopus did not fall in there, I said. Perhaps it fell down one side of your bookcase, but my bookcase is squeezed between the eel tank on one side and the wall on the other, Oliver said. I, Nate the Great, need the flashlight. Oliver flashed the light down both sides of the bookcase. The octopus did not slip through, I said. So you struck out, Oliver said. No, there is one more place to look. Perhaps your octopus fell down back of the bookcase. But you can't get back there, Oliver said. No problem. I, Nate the Great, could peer over the top. I leaned forward. Ouch! I bumped into my head. This wall is in the way, I said. I couldn't see down. I stretched out flat on the floor in front of the bookcase. What are you doing? Oliver asked. I'm flashing the flashlight toward the door floor at the back of your bookcase, I said. I, Nate the Great, saw something. I reached for it and pulled it out. It was not the octopus. It was a baseball card. So that's where my Babe Ruth card went, Oliver said. I, Nate the Great, say that your octopus did not fall down the back of your bookcase. I walked around the room. It looked hard. I do not see the octopus anywhere in this room, I said. When is the last time you saw it? Oliver shrugged. I'm not sure. When I got home from the game yesterday, I pulled it out of my pocket and dumped it on my bookcase with my other baseball stuff. Then what? Then I used my telephone. I called everybody I know. I believe it, I said. Then I went out and followed people for the rest of the day. I believe that too, I said. Where did you do last night? I slept, Oliver said. I, Nate the Great, was getting now here. Oliver said, this morning when I went to get my octopus, I couldn't find it. Has anyone else been in this room? I asked. Only my ears, Oliver said. Then I, Nate the Great, must go out and look for clues. I'll follow you, Oliver said. Stay by your telephone, I said. Sludge and I went back to the baseball field. The octopus was the second base in yesterday's game. I said to Sludge, perhaps there's a clue here. I saw Rosamond standing under a tree with her cat. I just tossed my baseball mitt into the air, she said, but it came down on the branch of this tree and it stuck there. I looked up. I saw them met on a branch. My cats can go up and shake it down, Rosamond said. My cats are smart. If Oliver's octopus wasn't made of plastic, they couldn't find it. An octopus is something like a tuna fish, isn't it? I need the Great. Did not want to think about that. I walked over to where second base had been. I kicked the dirt around. I saw something long and curly and oozy and sliming looking. It was one of Oliver's octopus. Oliver's octopus had 8 arms. I have found one. I've solved 1/8 of this case. Look for more octopus arms, I said to Sludge. Sludge and I walked around the field. Then Sludge ran ahead. He sniffed. He stopped. He brought another octopus arm. Good job, Sludge, I said. We kept looking, but we could not find any more octopus arms. Sludge and I went home. We had to think about the case. I made pancake for myself. I gave Sludge a bone. We are looking for a purple plastic octopus with 6 arms, I said, or maybe less. When Oliver took the octopus home from the last game, he dumped everything on his bookcase. He did not notice that 2 arms were missing. What else didn't he notice? I went to the telephone. I called Oliver. He answered right away. Who did you follow before you went home from yesterday's game? I asked. Annie, he said. And your octopus was in your pocket, right? Right, Oliver said. Thank you, I said. I hung up. We must go to Annie's house, we said to Sludge. Annie was sitting in front with Fang. I'm looking for octopus arms, I said. I looked at Fang. I did not want to do that. Your dog will eat almost everything, I said, like second base. Why would he eat gloopy purple plastic? Annie said. He held up a dog bone. This is third base, and Fang couldn't eat it. I was very proud of him. Fang wagged his tail. But Fang isn't perfect, Annie said. That's no surprise to me, Nate the Great. Fang, stop wagging. Annie said when Oliver followed me after the last game. Fang followed Oliver. I think Fang snatched some octopus from Oliver's pockets. Ah! I said, so second base was stolen after all. Fang only took 1 octopus arm. Annie said, and here it is. Annie handed a very dirty octopus to me. I just found this in my yard, she said. Fang buried it there. Did Oliver see this snatch? I asked. No, Annie said. He was too busy following me. So Oliver's octopus is missing 3 arms and maybe more. And Oliver doesn't know it, I said. I said goodbye to Annie. This case is good as solved, I said to Sludge. All we need to find are a few more octopus arms. We went to Oliver's house. Oliver was talking on the telephone. Oliver kept talking. I knew what I must do. Get down on the floor, reach under the bookcase, and unplug the telephone from the wall. But when I had looked under there for octopus, I did not see the plug on the cord. They must have been too high up. I had to think about something else. Hang up, I shouted. It worked. Oliver hung up. I held up the 3 octopus arms. I need the great. Found these. The case is in good shape, but your octopus is not. I know that, Oliver said. When I brought it home, I saw that a 5-armed octopus instead of 8. Why didn't you tell me? I asked. Oliver smiled. What difference does that make to an octopus? 5 were plenty. It made a big difference to me, Nate the Great, I said. Then I still have to find a mostly together octopus. Right, Oliver said. I, Nate the Great. I said, I, Nate the Great, have struck out, but I will be back. Sludge and I went back to the field. Rosamond and her cats were gone. The mat was gone from the tree. I sat down on the log. Sludge sat beside me. I thought about the case. I had found a telephone, a baseball card, and octopus arms. None of these mattered, or did they? I looked up at the tree where Rosamond's mist had been struck. I thought about the telephone again, and the octopus arms. Those long curly arms. And I knew where the octopus had to be. Sludge and I ran back to Oliver's house. Oliver was talking on the telephone again. I started to pull his bookcase away from the wall. Oliver hung up. I need to look behind your bookcase, I said. I need the Great. Pulled harder. Then I peered behind the bookcase. I saw the telephone cord plug into the wall, and I saw something else stuck on the cord, and with 2 arms curled around it It was a five-armed purple plastic octopus. This case is solved. I reached in to grab the octopus. Rip. The octopus now had 4 arms. That was plenty. I held up the octopus. You found second base, Oliver said. But how did you know it was there? Oliver's arms were long and curly, I said. That makes it easy for them to catch into something. That was a clue. But I did not know it until I thought about Rosamond's mitt that I had caught on a branch. It fell there after she tossed it. It should have landed on the ground. When your octopus fell on the back of your bookcase, it should have landed on the floor. That's where I looked. But it never got there because its arms were caught on the telephone cord. Hooray! Oliver said. Now we can have baseball practice. I will call the team. Oliver made his calls while I pushed the bookcase back. Then Oliver, Sludge, and I walked to the field. I need the grate went up to bat. I looked around the field. I saw first base, a tuna fish can. I saw second base, a lever 4-armed octopus. Then I saw third base. The bone was there and Fang's teeth. The Fang was third base. I ripped the bat. I need the raid. Hopes I will strike out. The end. Nate the Great and the Stolen Base. Level 2.